We have a 6HP19 Sean McGarry. This vehicle was brought in, it was in fail-safe mode. So this vehicle had been acting up for some time. They were able to shut the vehicle off and get it operational, but it would trip fail-safe mode. So what we saw, we dropped the pan, and in the pan you can see there's a bit of metal present. We can see some metal on the side here. It's an electronic component. Also see it on the top part of the valve body. You can see all the solenoids. These transmissions are heavily dependent on proper solenoid control in order to control the shift feel and shift timing. So very important that it is contamination free. What we saw when we got it apart, had the E-clutch drum here. This E-clutch drum houses these clutches. You can see that the clutches don't have a lot of surface area, and when the vehicle was in neutral it was actually moving, so I suspected that these clutches were coned up. It's nice to see that, you know, even prior to disassembly, that our assessment was pretty accurate. These clutches are actually stuck on this hub assembly, so this hub assembly may need to be replaced. Obviously, drum needs to be replaced. Very prone for cracking. Have to air check that, but they crack right at this bend here, and causes a hydraulic leak that will not allow those clutches to apply. There's the piston there. This is where the clutches are housed. So another area we saw, just from the extent of metal going through it, this is the pump. Pump surfaces need to be pretty good in terms of surface finish. We'll see if this can be dressed up and cleaned up, but may need to have a pump replaced. This is another component that is prone for failure in these units. This transmission is also using a Ford application, 6R60 in the Ford Mustangs, Ford Explorers, Ford pickup trucks. This is called a bridge gasket. It's a phenolic plastic material, and they have a tendency of breaking. That bridge gasket is what provides the feed from the bottom side of the pump, and it feeds into the top side of the valve body. So essentially, if you lose that bridge gasket, this fails, you lose all pump output pressure going to the valve body, and then from the valve body it's distributed to the rest of the individual clutch components. Here are some of the feeds that help distribute the transmission hydraulic pressure into the rest of the transmission. So I'm going to price this one out, but you know, based on what we found with some of the remanufactured transmissions, rebuilding this is going to be the more cost-effective approach.